The era of just chatting with AI is ending. We are moving to an era of AI that does things for us. But right now, connecting an LLM to your local files, your database, or an API is an absolute nightmare of custom code. What if there was a universal USB-C port for artificial intelligence? A standard way to plug any tool to any agent. Well, that exists. It's called MCP, Model Context Protocol, and it was built by Anthropic, the team behind Claude. And in today's session, we are going to learn about the Model Context Protocol, an open standard created by Anthropic that is changing how AI systems interact with the world. We will cover the three-layer architecture, its building blocks, and why this might become the backbone of agentic AI. So let's dive in. Before we understand what is MCP, let's talk about the problem that led Anthropic to create MCP. If you want Claude to talk to Google Drive, you write a custom connector. If you switch to ChatGPT or Grok, you rewrite it. If you add Slack, you rewrite it again. With 3 agents and 5 tools, you need 15 separate integrations, which is a lot. This is an end-to-end problem. It is brittle, unmaintainable, and it creates a massive bottleneck for AI development. Every integration is bespoke. Every tool needs a custom code. And when something breaks, good luck figuring out which connector is the culprit. We desperately needed a way to write a connector once and have it work everywhere. That's where MCP comes in. Model Context Protocol. Think of this as a USB-C port for AI. Just like USB-C lets you plug in a microphone, a hard drive, a camera, or a printer into your laptop using the same physical interface, MCP does that for software and AI systems. Built by Anthropic and released as an open standard, MCP defines a universal protocol so that any client can plug into any data source or tool without needing a custom code for every single integration. You built a MCP server once and suddenly it will work with Claude, ChatGPT, or Grok, or any other MCP compatible host. That's the power of standardization. Let's look into the 3-layer architecture of MCP. And it's really simple. MCP uses a client-server model with 3 main components or building blocks. That is MCP host, MCP client, and MCP server. Let's look at the first layer, that is MCP host. This is your LLM, AI application, with which users interact to access certain data or tools through MCP, like Claude Desktop, Claude Code, or an IDE. Second layer is the MCP client. This lives inside the host, which evokes MCP in order to have access to MCP server. Think of it as a specialized connector that manages one-to-one connection with specific servers. The client handles protocol translation and capability negotiation, and each client connects to exactly one server. Third component of 3-layer architecture is the MCP server. This is external service or program that provides context to MCP client. A server can provide 3 types of capabilities, that is tools, resources, and prompts. Let's look at the building blocks of MCP. The first one is tools, which are the functions that do things or take actions. They are the functions that your LLM can actively call and decide when to use which one based on user request. They are defined with clear input schemas and return structured results. For example, tools can write to databases, call external APIs, modify files or databases, send an email or post it to Slack, creating a file or searching for flights online. Tools are what makes AI agent truly agentic. They can take action, not just retrieve the information. On the other hand, resources are passive data sources. They provide read-only access to information that the AI application can retrieve and provide to AI models as context. Think of them as things that AI can read but cannot modify. Resources include structured metadata so that AI knows what it's looking at. A resource might be a PDF document or a knowledge base document, a database schema, or an API endpoint. And the third building block is prompt, which is a pre-written template that provides structured context to the AI. These are reusable workflows or instructions. For example, a debug workflow prompt might tell the AI exactly how to analyze error logs and suggest fixes. Prompt makes servers more useful by guiding the AI on how to use the capabilities effectively. Together, these three building blocks create a complete vocabulary for AI tool interaction. And because they are standardized, any MCP client can understand and use them. The beauty of this architecture is separation of concerns. The host doesn't need to know how your database works. It just needs to know how to speak MCP. The server handles all the implementation details. Now let's see how data actually flows through MCP, turning a chatbot into an agent. Before anything happens, client and server perform a compatibility negotiation. The client sends a request to server and asks, "What can you do?" The server announces or responds in a way that it says, "Here is what I can do. I can read a file, I can search document, I can query database." The client says, "Got it, I understand these capabilities." Then it creates a secure and validated session. The host now knows what tools are available. When you ask a question like summarize the Q4 report, the AI agent analyzes your request and determine it needs to read a file. That's when the compatibility negotiation completes between client and server. The next step is execution. Well, let's say user asks about summarizing the Q4 report. The agent then thinks and checks the list of tools and resources available and decide that I need to read a file or a knowledge base articles or knowledge base document. The client then sends a standardized MCP request, invoke tool to the server with the tool name and arguments. The server executes the actual logic, reading the file or the database or knowledge base document, and return the result in a structured format. In this case, it reads the knowledge base article and returns the summarized Q4 report to the MCP client as a response. Then the agent processes result and then will respond to the user with the final result. Here it gets more powerful. The agent can use the result to decide what to do next. Maybe it reads the file, then call another tool to analyze the data, then calls a third tool to email the summary. This is called tool chaining, and it's what transforms simple query into complex workflows. This loop chain is what turns a conversational AI into AI agent. And because everything follows the MCP standard, you get consistent behavior across different hosts and tools. Let's wrap this up with what we have learned in this session. MCP is the Model Context Protocol, a universal standard for connecting AI agents to tools and data. It is built by Anthropic and released as an open standard. It solves the M-into-N integration problem by providing a single protocol that works everywhere. The architecture is simple and easy to use. It includes MCP host, MCP client, and MCP server. MCP exposes three types of capabilities or building blocks. That is resources for reading data, tools for taking actions, and prompt for structured guidance. MCP is likely becoming the foundational infrastructure for agentic AI. Just like HTTP became the standard for web communication, MCP could become the standard for AI system communication. We are at the early stages, but the momentum is undeniable. The future of AI isn't just language models. The future of AI isn't just large language models that chat. It's agents that act, that integrate, that automate real workflows. MCP is the bridge that makes that future possible. Thanks for watching. If you found this tutorial helpful, please hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a deep dive like this. For those who want to help us level up the channel, please consider joining as a member. Your support helps us create better content and more frequent uploads. See you in the next session. Thank you.